Hey, good afternoon, my friends, my dogs, whatever you want to call yourself. It's 3:05. It is December 6th. It is Friday. Oh, here we are. Between Thanksgiving, between Christmas, everyone has lots of things going on. You have probably some Christmas parties, some Hanukkah parties, whatever you want to call it. Are we allowed to call it that? Yes, Trump is president, so we could celebrate Christmas again. I'm only kidding. Um, Here we are. I just want to make sure that I'm coming through, that you guys could see me. It is 3 o'clock. Everyone's like, Red Dog, you didn't do a 6:30 club today. I'm like, well, on Fridays I don't do a 6:30 club. I do a 6:30 club Monday through Thursday, and on Fridays I come in a little late. And then after last night, when I went out with 45 guys from my town, I came in a little later than normal. Let's see if anybody's coming in on the comments from outside. Yeah, well, there we go. These are guys from out. These are my dogs. You got Lane, I'm on. We got Diego, happy Friday. We got the chart Shark. We got Dana Banana. Dana Banana, Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa, is it? What up, California? What up, It's? How you doing? Mr. Please? Mister's tough. I had a mistaken Mister today, and I made really good money, which people saw on the Alpha team. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. So raise your hand if you're having a good little week. Raise your hand if you've had an active sequence since September 11th that you've been massaging and you're staying with, and it's been tough, and you're trying to like deal with it every day, every few days, every week, every month, and you have a nice process to help yourself with. Oh, look at that! Tesla just took off, by the way. Okay, go like this. Let's see if you can see. Let's see if the daily chart comes up on Tesla. By the way, could you see this here? Let's see. That is Tesla right there. This is wow. What a nice move. Anyway, that is Tesla. That is the daily. I posted the weekly chart today. What a nice move. The gift that keeps giving. Anyway, with that being said, let's get out of this. Tesla making a move for 400 next week? I think so, Diego. What up, Green Toe? What up, Mac Allen? What up, Martin Rojas? South Central Los Angeles in the house. There you go. How have you been doing? I want to know how everyone's doing. Like, how are you doing? Like, as a human being, because money's money, and I think we're all making some really good money now. I have a friend who's going into actually for heart surgery next week. I had heart surgery May 30th, and they went through the side because I'm in good shape. He's not in such great shape, and he's getting the down the center and this and the side. And anyway, I feel bad for him, but he doesn't feel bad for himself, so that's good. I was trying to tell him it's going to be a little tricky. But anyway, as long as you have your health, you're in good shape. So don't take that for granted. Money's money. But anyway, I poured myself a beverage. I did. It's 3:08. So if you want to get a beverage and you want to hang out, let's do it. I know the market's open. It's 3:08. It's on Friday, and if you guys want to trade, you could trade. I have a lot of positions going on also. Here's the Alpha team. This is the Alpha team. So everyone say hello from the Alpha team. Let's say hello to the 3 o'clock club. These, you guys, it's like combining worlds. Chenman says what's up. Trader Mike says what's up. Roz is like Tesla. Rob G's like yo. Michael B's like hey. 3 o'clock sharp. We got Tommy Flegg in the house. Where's Matty W? Johnny. Anyway, there's about 319 professional traders around the country, around the world, that trade for a living, that hang out all day, and they get to see my positions on and off. Hey, there's Monica. Monica is probably one of the best customer service humans in the world. Besides being a great person, she'll take care of you, and she really cares. Everyone cares, but she cares. Yes, she does. She's not a saleswoman. And neither is Amber. Amber's awesome also. It's true. It's true. Anyway, so we've had so many things happening in the past week or so that it's been nuts, or 2 weeks or more than that. Let's get to that chart. So anyway, this is the SPYs. This was when my life changed this year, right here. Right here on September 11th, this was the day that Red Dog switched gears. I was at the lows of the year because I got really abused in this part of this move. I was a little too short, and then I was too long here, and then that happened. And then from there, it's been just an active sequence, that has worked out very well. We talk about when things are above the 8 day. We talk about when things are above the 21 day and how you ride them and make money and this and that. Oh, you guys want a screen? Let's see if there's a screen here for you. Hold on. Let's see if I can do a video cam for. Nope, you guys can't get the video. You just go to Twitter. Anyway, that's that. So here we are. Everyone's like, what are we going to do the end of the year? How are we going to make more money? How are we going to, move this all together? All right. So let's, what do you want to run through first, my friends? You want to go through sectors? You want to go through stocks? Let's go through some stocks that I'm still in and some things that I trimmed and trailed my way out of. Some guys like, Red Dog, you suck. I'm like, what do you mean I suck? Like, you're out of Amazon, you're out of Apple, and those are my two favorite plays a few days ago. I'm like, I get it. Look at the size of this move. I got back in Amazon here. I was in it here, and I sold it into this day. And I miss this day. Guess what? If you're in it, congratulations. If you're an investor in Amazon, congratulations. It was a tough. It wasn't really that tough, actually. You think about it. When it came back down into this area, it went from pre-earnings up until 215, came in, retested this breakout area, and then just went absolutely nuts. And hopefully you're making a lot of money there. I did pretty well with Amazon. But again, you don't have to be in everything at all times. So Amazon, I'm out of. Apple also. There are times and places to be in Apple. Start talking about Apple with you guys right around 230. Remember, get above 230. That's when we bought the 240 calls and the 242 calls, and look at that move to 244. And I bet this is now consolidating. Apple might be a decent play next week. Let the 8-day catch up, and it's still looking good. But this is when I was really long it, and for a move through the 237, and it happened. So sometimes you just got to take it off and say, hey, I'm an active trader. I'm allowed to take my profits. And that's what we did in Apple and Amazon. Meta, this was this week's awesome trade. I started talking about it here on the 630 Club. I put it on as a power play. I told them to buy Meta, and I think at 591. It was a little late, but again, that's when the stock triggered, and that's when it went. And it went through 591, and today it hit a high of 629 plus. Can't be too upset about that. I'm smaller. I've had options. I've had stock. I've had a lot of things going on. I remember the funny thing was, after these 2 days, remember the futures are up and everyone's like, Red Dog, Meta sucks. I'm like, why are you saying that? They're like, well, there's no follow through. I'm like, look at the size of these 2 days. If you put it in perspective, maybe we could, after these 2 days, buy a move to 603, and it only went to 605, and it wound up going to 629, just like that. Blair, I like what you're saying. I actually got hit up by 2 or 3 really big hedge fund guys, like guys that are ginormous. I have friends around the world, around the country. A lot of people read my note. I try and let everyone know what I'm doing as far as on the micro and the macro. And they're saying that, not yet, but like this Oxy, this is Buffett's biggest position. And look how bad this trend has been. Oh my God, it's been absolutely horrendous. The XLE in itself has been horrendous. So not everything's created equal. Like, you have to know what to be in, right? The Qs have been awesome. Look at that trend. The Qs are working its way higher. The Qs are like la-di-dee, la-di-da. You want to hear that song? Alexa, play la-di-dee, la-di-da. Let's see if she knows that one. Oh, hold on. This was my favorite song from the 80s. Look at the difference between the Qs and XLE. Imagine you were in XLE during the last week and a half. But also look at our whole concept here. Anybody dance to this song back at in New York City back in the day? Limelight. But she's homeless. She's homeless. Singing for money. Anyway. Tell you a true story. So the other day I was doing my morning work. It was like 7:20 in the morning. I was like on chart number 32. I was playing Steely Dan radio, and someone who just signed up was like, I didn't pay $125 a month to listen to Steely Dan radio. I'm like, first of all, pipe down, buddy. I'm showing you what I do every day. I'm in this office at 6:15. I do a 6:30 club. We give out a lot of good information, free information. And what I do is I do 40 charts that goes on the Alpha team. It goes into Regular All Access. And I'm not sitting there listening to CNBC, either should you, or any financial media radio, even though or TV, I'm on it. What you want to do is you want to listen to music. You want to do your charts. You want to get your go-to list in order. You want to get your plan situated in your head and listen to music. That's what you're here for. You're here to learn my process. I've been doing this since 1998. It's 2024. I'm an old bastard. Not that old. I'm a little old, but anyway, I'm just saying, you know, you're here to learn from me in some whatever capacity that is, and I learned from all of you too, and all of you guys help me out as well. All I'm saying is that there's no clear cut, there's no holy grail in making money in the market. It's your process and routine, and it's whatever you do to keep sane. Not everyone goes into a sauna and ice barrel like I do every day, which I've been doing for years, which I'm going to start broadcasting in 2025. Stay tuned. But anyway, you have to know, like, how many times, like, I got to tell the Alpha team for a second. How many times have I talked about the 8 and 21 day? 8/21 day, right? What do we do when we're above the 8 and 21 day, everybody on the Alpha team? Are we long or are we short? It's an easy lesson. 8 and 21 day. Buy, hold, massage, stay with. It's a strong trend. And what do we do when you're below the 8 and 21 day? I don't know about all in. You're out. You're out of the way. It's just a methodical process. So that's why you go back to here. So you have FNG. You took out 510. It's been an unbelievable move. You take that and then you break it down to Apple and Amazon and and Meta and Tesla and all those. So that's the long. But then you look at the XLE where there are a lot of people out there, but XLE is the value. First of all, it extended, it broke right here, broke the 8 and 21 right here. It's been out of the way. So to go back to what could be a January effect play that could make us money, at some point maybe we start accumulating some calls. I do think at some point we'll accumulate some Oxy calls. Like from 71 to here is crazy. My friend who's in a huge hedge fund, this guy manages billions. He's not making a dime this month. You know why? Because this is his biggest position. Vail. Look how horrible this has been. This has been below the 200 day since last year. It's been below the 200 day. Which, what do you do when you're below the 200 day? You do not buy it. Maybe you trade it here and there, and look where that is. Holy cow! Anyway, there's a lot of there's just a lot of energy names that at some point will be. Oh, I'm not sharing my charts. Uh-oh. Can you guys see my charts? Oh. How does that? That's a little upsetting. Hold on a second. So you guys are tuned in, hanging out, and you can't even see my charts. That means you must really like me. I fixed it. All right, hold on a second. I gotta now I'm in a bad mood. Anyway, that's Val. Look at this from anyway. An Oxy. Buffett. Buffett's been selling Apple, that's making new highs. He's been selling Bank of America, that's making new highs. He's selling all of his tech names, and he's buying more Oxy. I love Warren Buffett. I'm just saying, sometimes same way Mike Wilson was a great bear for like a year, and then he became and stayed a bear, and we went up for 2 years since. You, as a trader, you can't listen to people. You have to listen to your process, listen to your routine. Otherwise, you're in trouble. Let's see. Let's go back to the crew here for a second. Ooh, look at that. Tesla. By the way, you want to see something? I'm going to show you something from the Alpha team. So everyone's like, how do we follow you? So If you were a member of the Alpha team, you see that I'm long Tesla. I just bought it before. I bought it again. I've been buying it all day. Tesla's the highs of the day. Tesla's right here, right? Look at that, 382. Isn't nice? So watch it flash red. I'm gonna sell a little bit right here for a second here. I'm gonna take it for the team. I just sold some Tesla. Now you'll see it flash red. Watch this. This is beautiful T3 technology. 3, 2. There it goes. Red, just like that. And now it'll say sell. Anyway, that's what technology does. So that's how you follow me, follow along. I came in with it, and then I bought some all day, and then I just sold some. And I'm having a good day. Red Dog's having a good day. I hope you're having a good day. You having a good day? You're seeing the charts on YouTube? All right. Does anyone else have a beverage besides me? Let's get this frigging piece of junk off of here. Let's go back to something. Let's go to Tesla for a second. Look at that. I gotta say, this has been unbelievable. Look at just technically, since pre-election, this has been above the 8-day moving average with a big gap and go. Some guys like, hey, Red Dog, I don't even trade the market. I bought it versus 275, and I've been sitting in it, and I'm just making money. And I'm a doctor, I'm a dentist, I'm a lawyer, I'm a policeman, and I'm just using that concept. AMD collapse. I haven't traded AMD since last Shavuos. Stock is horrible. Semis aren't great. It's lucky to make money with NVIDIA. Thank goodness. What percentage you up for the year? I don't know. I don't really talk in percentages. I get paid quarterly. I don't even know what my buying power is, to be honest. I could do whatever I want. I'm the chief strategic officer at T3. I'm a founding partner, so it's a little different, but I understand your question. Some people like to challenge me, like, what percentage are you up for the year? So if I had a guy in here who's going to be working with me next year. He's got a $10,000 account, and he's up 62%. So he's made $6,200, which is great. But would he have made $6,200 if he had a $10 million account? I don't know. All I know is I try and give you guys strategies, setups, situations for you to make money. And a lot of people have been doing relatively well. And I do it as best I can too. I'm not always right, and I'm not. But when I'm not right, I don't get louder. I stop myself out. It happens. We're wrong as traders. Get the hell out of the way. But there's a little question there. You're questioning me, Scott. Do you ever talk about setups for mutual fund Ks, 401k? Yeah, Amy. So I've put up my my financial roadmap up, which is for financial wellness. It's not what I really do at T3. At T3, I try and help you guys make money for a living. What I also do is I just try and give you experience as a 52-year-old dad, husband, of what I've learned in my years of embracing the market. And next year I'm going to be doing a lot more than that. Red Dog Mindset is going to be a whole new phenomenon coming into a theater near you, where again I do match my 401k every single month. I do have a 529 for my son. My wife has a 403b, and I have the Blood in the Street account, which all takes advantage of macro situations besides using a tier system for swing trades, using an active account for over emotion, using a box account when I'm really right. It maximizes my positions, and options account for binary events where I want to have my risk defined. And I'm not saying good for me. I'm just trying to talk about things that I've accumulated for 30 years. That maybe if you're 35 years old, hey, and you have 2 kids, maybe start a 529 for your kids. You should. Maybe take out a whole life insurance policy. I took out my whole life insurance policy when I was 35. My best friend, or a good friend of mine, his name is Anthony Ayufredo. I'll tell you his name. Works with Strategies for Wealth. He's like, you should take out a whole life insurance policy. He's like, Chase is 4 years old. I'm like, that's a lot of money. $1,500 a month. Here I am at 52, 18 years later. There's a cash value. I'm worth a lot more dead than alive. And I'm very happy that I sacrificed through 18 years. I would have spent that $1,500 anyway, somewhere on a vacation, on dinners, on a bunch of barrels. No, but instead I put it away in a bucket, in a different vehicle for the long term. So moving forward, I'm going to be here to help people put together their overall financial wellness and health. That's what I'm looking to do, besides help you trade actively for a living through T3. So we're going to do a little bit of everything. But on the side, it is what it is. What's a box account? It's a computer that takes my positions and makes them bigger so I don't see the P&L on the front end. It happens on the back end. So if I'm down a lot, I don't get stressed out. If I'm up a lot, I don't just sell it to sell it. It's just the right trade at the right time. So and since I am pretty consistent, which is why people follow me, it usually adds P&L to my overall trading. This is the weekly chart of Tesla, by the way. I posted this a bunch of times too. Look at that nice move. Ooh, it's already at a spot. This is a spot, 384-ish, and the next spot's 415-ish. I've been all over this. Where's Elon? You guys want to know where Elon is? Here's Elon. There he is. That was from Joe Rogan. I'd love to challenge Joe Rogan and some of these guys to a little ice barrel challenge. Oklo. You guys want to talk about Oklo? I think this is an opportunity. I bought it today. I'm in options that aren't doing so well, but Oklo, which is one of those nuclear names, just woke up. So sometimes there are momentum trades and sometimes there's trades at the lower end of ranges. So I bought Oklo today. First time I bought in a while. It's not a leader. It's not a momentum trade. I just know the name. I played it pretty well through here, so I did buy some today. You want to see a few things that I bought today? I bought that today. I bought ASTS today. This stock has been going sideways for a long time. Not great. Just had a big day one. I have day count rules, so this was good. Did I buy that? I want to make sure compliance-wise. Yes, I bought ASTS, and I have options. So maybe there's a better trade here. So I'm moving around looking for setups. Not every setup's created equal. This ASTS looks to be like it could be a good setup. This is a day one. I'll take it home long, and I'll have options. Usually if I'm long and I have options, it's working out on both time frames. Here I had options because I didn't know when it was going to wake up, and it's still in the channel, and it has room here. So maybe ASTS is a good play. I like it. I like it. Could I do NVIDIA is a little bit of a pain in the butt, but I think it's okay. I remember that Wednesday I was buying NVIDIA. I bought it here. I bought the 135s, sold some. Then I bought the 141, sold it all. And into this move, I bought 145s for next week. Even though it might be wrong, might not be right, I'm just saying. But small caps are flagging. That's true. IWM is definitely flagging. You could move this lower now. It's not the end of the world, but it's just where for some reason it's been hard. The IWM is very hard. But you guys want to know new trades. You don't want to know about what Red Dog did last week because either you made money already. I think this ASTS is interesting. I think there's a lot of room above. It took back the moving averages as volume. I think this Oklo is kind of interesting. Just day one, bottom end of the range. Not everything's breaking up at the top end of the range, like a Tesla, which I'm in. And I'm in, and some of these things. So there's still things happening. There's this other little one, CXAI. So remember this name this name Google invested in and part of their whatever they did with their, I'm not going to make it like I really know what they do, but there was some volume, and I know I did really well with this BBAI. What a move. So these type of names are doing pretty well. I would be trimming into here. I'm still long some. Same with this SOUN. You probably want to be trimming into this. What a move. Oh, my God. I was playing with this thing at $6. Look at that thing. Trend Spider charts do auto load all of you. Yeah, they do. The Wolf. What a nice move here. It's a power play. Oh, it's come in a bunch. Maybe I'll buy some of that. IBIT looks like it's rebuilding. What a crazy move that thing had, Bitcoin. I sold some strength. I bought some back. Looks pretty good. Overall, this held where it had to, I would say. Came up, they sold strength. Look at the size of the move, and now it's holding here. I think Bitcoin's doing just fine. I actually bought some after hours. I was going to this party with 45 different guys from Short Hills, New Jersey at in Summit. What the hell was the name of the place? Picaccia? And I'm like, in the car, I see IBIT's down like $1.50 after hours. I'm like talking to my guys from trade support. I'm like, put some bids in, but I want to buy some. And PS, I made money yesterday doing it, and now this is back to here. That's pretty nice. Isn't it nice when you double dip? Now let it go sideways here, and it probably goes again. Some guys think coin is going to be added to what's it called? The S&P tonight. I have options. Trading it pretty well. I have a call spread on, so I'm maxed out. If it goes, great. I'll be maxed out. If it doesn't, I'm kind of hedged. But coin has been reacting very, very well. Much better than Mr. lately. Jimmy Mint, you like the Borat? It's nice. what was this show that Borat was just in? He was the dad, and the mom cheated on him, but then really didn't cheat on him when she was younger, and like he, kind of like, she was guilty before proven innocent, and I thought it was a great show. If you want a good show to watch with your spouse, what was the name of that show? Disclosure. Um, what was the name of that show? Disclosure. That's a good show. It's a little, it's a little nuts. There's an episode or two that it's a little bit, a little frisky, but Disclosure is a good show. Listen, I love watching like this, like the Gladiator and the Spartacus and this and that. But I like to watch some shows that are kind of, darkish. This was a good show, Disclosure. Anyway, also Lioness is pretty good. There's a lot of good shows out there. But anyway, someone's like, Red Dog, we don't talk to you about or watch you for your show advice. I'm like, I'm ready to block you. I'm not just about X's and O's and greens and red bars. Billy Bob Thornton. I heard that one's pretty good. I actually like, you guys know I'm a Sylvester Stallone fan. I like Tulsa King. Tulsa King I thought was pretty damn good. But this looks pretty good. Square has been great. I've been in options. It's been trending higher. I've showed you the daily chart, another bull flag. You look at the weekly chart, if you're like, oh, it's gone too much. Then all of a sudden you look at the weekly chart, you're like, wait, maybe it didn't really go too much. Look where Square was back here. It's a lot of room for Square. I think it's going to get to here before it's all said and done. Anyway, I'm losing my voice. Tulsa King. I thought Tulsa King was pretty good. I heard the Penguin show is pretty good also. Ryan, I don't get offended. It's fine. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding and serious at the same time. Ever look at ALGS? Let me take a look at that, Mitch. I've never seen what the ALGS. Let's go. I'm giving you a chance. ALGS. Let's see what it looks like. Nice move. It's a bio therapeutics. These things are hit or miss. Now, this is when I woke up. Got a quick move, went sideways, loose and wide. It's a little extended. I don't know anything about it, but it looks like you probably made some really good money in this. Good for you. Thank you. Well, how funny am I? Am I here to amuse you? That's what's that from? That's from what was that Italian movie? WPLS? I don't know what that is. I think I did the wrong one. When you buying Pulse Chain? Probably never. Let's see what the IWMs look like. What you just said that. Just a good song. You guys want to hear it? Goodfellas. Right. Let's go from Goodfellas. Boeing's been acting better. Coming right in. Still broken. I think Boeing is going to be a next year play, like kind of like a January effect type of thing. To be honest. If you're going to do something, it just had to move off lows. I would think, it holds in here, and then maybe goes again. Not so bad. It's just like it's one of those stocks where it's like there's so much news that comes out that could be off the beaten path. Toast art cashing. I love it. Blair. So you guys want to hear a few stories? I'll tell you a few stories. So I was I'm a media guy somewhat, so I can't really always make fun of the media because I've been on the media since 2007, 2008. I was a CNBC guy to start. Really, I was on with Art. I was on with Erin Burnett, who's on CNN now. Mark Haynes, who passed away. Hopefully, God bless his soul. I guess you always got to say that. And Art. Art was always around. And Bob Pisani was my guy. Bob Pisani is actually the guy that got me on TV. I'm going to tell you the story, Bob. I'm not going to make you look bad. So the way it happened was, first let's go to Apple, was I was training for the Ironman. I did 2 Ironman. I raised over $100,000 for Leukemia Lymphoma Society because my best friend Steven passed away of leukemia when he was 30. I'm 52. That's 22 friggin' years ago. That means for 22 years he's been passed away. So you better enjoy your life. But anyway, so I was doing what was I doing? I was doing the Ironman, and this guy Rich Blake. I don't know if you remember him from Trader Monthly magazine. So I'll put it up. Trader Monthly magazine. We could all talk together a little bit, even though there's a kaleidoscope. So Trader Monthly magazine was a magazine that people would read back in the day when the market was kind of hot. And I had a little what's it called? I had a segment called, Red Dog Rants, and I would rant about things. And I also, there was some celebrities that would try and pick stocks. So I was like their professional consultant. So all of a sudden, Bob Pisani's like, hey, there's no more specialists on the floor. Look at this Tesla go. Holy cow, I'm doing freaking awesome. Anyway, so he's like, I need a expert network. That was kind of when IMs were just coming around, and Rich Blake was like, hey, I interviewed this guy. He did an Ironman. He's pretty no joke. He's a chief strategist. He comes up with plays. He writes a note. So Bob Pisani gives me a call, and I think I was young at the time. I might have been like 35. All of a sudden, Bob Pisani calls me. I'm like, hey, Bob, what are you doing? You know, he's like, I'm putting together an expert network because we can't get information from the specialists anymore. Everything's going electronic. Do you want to be in my expert network? I was like, sure. I think I'm an expert. So I went in his expert network, and P.S. he started plagiarizing everything that I said. I was talking to him as if I'm talking to the virtual trading floor and the alpha team, and like telling him what I think strong, what's on the move, what's the key to the day, all the things that traders need to make money. And he started saying it all the time. And he literally was saying everything that I said to him, using it. But it was okay because I gave it to him, and that's what I was there for. Then finally, we went out to lunch. I'm like, all right, Bob. I'm like, I want to be on TV. He's like, done, you're on TV. So the first segment I went on TV, it was me, Erin Burnett, Mark Haynes, and Bob Pisani. And Mark Haynes, he was, I was wearing the suit. I had nice hair. I was kind of handsome back in the day. And he's like, so Scott, what do you think about the stock market? I'm like, I think we're going to have a 10% correction. And he was like, what? I'm like, yeah. I just gave him a bunch of reasons, and he laughed at me. And then 2 weeks later, I was back and I made a 10% correction. And then I was on TV ever since then. That's how it all happened. There's a lot of, stuff to talk about since then, but I'm not going to get into it right now. Anyway, here we are. Like, this Tesla's insane right now. Congratulations if you're still in it. I'll tell you, Elon, the most powerful guy in the world right now. He got Trump elected, and thank friggin' goodness. I'm not going to get into politics, but I'm just saying. That's a true story. True story. And then I was on, CNBC for like a decade. And then I was on Fox Business, not Fox Business, sorry. I was on Fast Money for a while. I was at the lunchtime. I was on with Grasso a lot. Grasso was a good friend of mine. And then I was doing so well on the lunchtime. This is a true story also. They put me on the 5 o'clock show. I go on the 5 o'clock show with Terra Nova, Tim Seymour, and Beeks, and I got into a fight with all three of them. I don't even remember what it was about. And then the producer's like, you're not allowed back on the 5 o'clock show. I was like, what are you talking about? I said something to the fact where, like, I left for the day to take a spin class, and one of them was like, so you wear spandex? I'm like, well, I'm not wearing jeans in the spin class. I leave at lunchtime to work off the morning because I trade all day. I'm like, do you guys trade, or you guys just come on TV and talk shit? That didn't go over so well. Anyway, you saw that live back in the anyway, it's true. It's a true story. And then producer got pissed off. Terra Nova cried. And but then I became good friends with Guy Adami because he did an Ironman 2 years later, and I helped him. And that's when I'll tell you another story. Okay, so what's it called? Jesus, from Bloomberg. She was my co-host. She was my morning call girl. People are like, morning call girl? You had a morning call girl? I'm like, no, she was on the morning call with me, not a morning call girl. Get your head together. Alex Steele, the blonde, awesome, great friend of mine. She was working at, what's it called? Where was she working? She was working at TheStreet.com with Kramer, doing the morning call with me. And that's when I met Stephanie Link, because she didn't even know what a technical analysis was. But anyway, we won't talk about that. And then she went to Bloomberg and left TheStreet.com. And then I started going on Bloomberg with her on the floor. And then CNBC's like, you got to be at one or the other. I'm like, I'm going to be with Alex Steele. And then I was with her for a while. And then all of a sudden, I started going on Fox Business with Liz Clayman. And that's where I've been for 10 years. Twice a month. That's all I need. And I don't have a publicist. I don't pay to get on TV. The reason why I'm on is because I don't play a bull or a bear. I tell it like it is. And I know what's happening because I need to know what's happening to make a living and help everyone else around me make a living, because that's what I try and do. And that's what my chief strategic officer hat is supposed to be there for. Anyway, I'm just rambling. It's been a week. I was out late last night. We got a little beverage with you. Cheers to Art Cashin, the real cocktail napkin technician. The guy never used a credit card. I love these. I never use a credit card. He's like, why would I use a credit card? Then everyone knows how much I spend at the bar and what I'm drinking and where I was. Smart. Anyway, with that being said, I appreciate you. It's 3:39. I got to I do have to trade the close, and I do have to be, what's the word? I have to be responsible. Yes, Red Doe's got to be responsible. Oklo, high of the day. By the way, I did so just so people see. So I didn't have this coming in. So what they get to see also, not everything's a legacy position. So I bought Oklo this morning when it perked up, and it comes on as a new position. So like Oklo, I bought it, and I sold it, and I bought it, and I still have it. So what did, let me see what I had on that I didn't trade. Like Citigroup, I had overnight, I didn't trade it, so it doesn't show it. BlackBerry, I bought a little bit more. CCJ, I traded a little bit. What else didn't I buy and sell? GSAT, I didn't touch. It was overnight, so they get to see the buys and the sells, and the new positions. What was the new position today? Let me see. Oh, I just told you Oklo was a new position. Anyway, and then I have all these options. I have a lot of China. uh, People get missed. So I got rid of AUR just because there was just, oh, that's another thing. So you want to see? So AUR, I came in with it and I sold it. Sold it all day. Look at that. Sell, 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 sell. So you want to see what that looks like? So AUR, there you are. Look at that. I was long it. Sell, 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 sell all day long. Now it's done. People are like, well, doesn't it still look good? I'm like, well, I'm out. ALPD, that one I lost money on. You want to talk about my dead squirrel? Let's talk about it. I kind of chased it. I got stopped out. I thought it would continue to the upside. Made a little bit of money. I left at lunchtime for a meeting and I got stopped out. I did have a squirrel. I was one of the first guys that had a squirrel. So there was a squirrel that fell from a tree when I lived in Syosset, and me and my dad found it. Had a broken leg, and I fixed the broken leg. I didn't fix it, my dad did, and I put him in a big dog cage, and he became my friend. And I literally would walk to school with him on my shoulder. He would leave, go on a tree, he'd wait for me. I'd come back home, and I took him to show and tell. I had a squirrel. I have a picture of the squirrel. I do. Anyone in the VTF ever see the picture of the squirrel? Because people think I'm lying. I never lie. I embellish a little bit, make stories a little bit better than it is. But did anybody see the picture of the squirrel? All right, Shelby saw the picture of the squirrel. Anybody else see the picture of me and the squirrel? Squirrel's name was Squiggly. It was really, I'm not going to cry now, but it was really like sentimental. I came home from a soccer game. I used to play soccer as a kid on a Sunday, and Squiggly was dead. It wasn't fun. After 2 years, the squirrel was my squirrel. IBIT getting better, and then all of a sudden I came home. Meanwhile, I'm getting another dog, by the way. I am getting another dog on January 17th. I'm going to Florida and I'm picking up another dog. I'm not going to get into why right now because I'll definitely be crying, and I don't want to cry right now. I want to be happy. Anyway, you guys are watching another dog gets through the circuit because Cadence is my best friend. Best friend. Anyway, with that said, I appreciate you. Sorry for rambling a little bit, and hopefully I added a little value. Mister's getting up. Mister's been tough. Mister, it just, again, like Bitcoin made a new all-time high yesterday, and this made a lower high yesterday. Granted, it held in here today. You want to be long versus this area, I get it, but I'm just saying, just be a little careful. Oh, you want a January effect name? Lucid. Look at that candle today. My brother, who's a pain in the ass, Lance, if you're watching this, I love you to death, but you think you're the smartest man alive. And he's really smart. He does really well for himself. He told me that this is not going bankrupt, and Lucid is his number one play going to the first quarter of next year. And there's the candle. That candle is a day one candle. So you want to go into this. I have a lot of options for next year. But that looks pretty good. Pretty good. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. I appreciate you.